Vanakkam. Hi. Fivecops.com is the smallest company which started on 2021 August in order to hunt the people's talents and showcase to society. What's the aim? In order to sharing the kindness and positivity into society in which we started in Tamil and throughout our journey and in the kind people's joined with us and we found out that not talents are not only in Tamil but also in English. So we started on 2022 August onwards in English as well. Perhaps making sure that we are trying to onboard the top heads, that means C-suite people from each and every company as much as possible. So you can get so much of experience from several fields of the company. For this month's conference, because in order to participate in this conference, there's no much money you need to pay, is all free, and only one thing is kind request is to please do like our Facebook page and YouTube page, that means fivecoms.com and Trainer TV, and give us your support so we can able to uh, uh, manage and come out with obstacles, because we need to thank to God and our kind audience to giving us the support and the permission to make this productive and um in a fruitful way, so the many people can able to enjoy and they can able to benefit on that. So making sure on that we will be for this month's conference we will be onboarding our respected speaker from Arima Holdings. Actually, he is one of the top heads. That means, in the management perspective and the marketing perspective, he is the director of a group head of marketing. We would like to welcome our speaker, Mr. Nuwan Gamage. So we would like to request him to deliver his onboarded speech.
Hi, Boan, and Vanakkam. My name is Nuwan Gamage. I have nearly about 25 plus years of experience in business development, marketing in various fields like apparel sector and cosmetic and beauty care sectors, as well as construction, renewable energy, and different aspect of business as well, like as a brand manager, business development manager, sales manager, sales head, and brand head likewise. And I've been working with many of organizations around the world during 25 years tenures of my career. And as well as I'm an entrepreneur now, so basically I have started my own small, startup company, especially in AI and digital area, because marketing is now moving towards to not only marketing, any field if you take now is quite comprehensive that all the fields are moving into the AI and digital. Digital already we have moved, but now we are focusing on the digital. So my topic is kindness, especially, and how we can, basically give our kindness to, you know, uh, basically to, groom our people in sharing, you know, uh, without having any kind of a barriers in terms of education wise, in terms of religious wise, in terms of what we call racist wise. So I think we are a group of people in this world. So we are a human. So we have to look at in the human angle towards to everyone. And the most important thing, which I realize as a actually I'm working as a lecturer as well. Especially I'm developing certain universities. I'm developing emotional intelligence part of the people, because I have seen most of the people are chasing behind money and reputation and recognition. And sad part is most of the people now forgetting about kindness and emotional intelligence and empathy, right? Empathy is a very, very, comprehensive kind of word, if we can talk about, because understanding the other person's heart, understanding the other person's pulse, understanding the other person's difficulties, and if you can apply same thing to your scenario, then I think you can see this world in a better way. So which we are forgetting uh, almost all the time because we are focusing only in our growth, right? So most of the time, this particular thing is coming to our mind. We always running a race, right? We always try to take our closest, uh, kind of a people, or maybe a person who is exactly doing the same kind of a job that you do and same industry. You always see him or her as a competitor, right? So, but in my way, I feel like we have to compete with ourselves. If we can uh, be successful, even a small uh, kind of achievement within our scope, if you compare last yesterday and today, if you have grown even in a small step, I feel like that's the competition that you have to, manage, right? You have to, your competitor is you. Basically, you have to understand where you have started and tomorrow where are you going to be finished. By looking at the other people's success sometimes and sometimes life's experience that you have with your maybe your childhood, maybe when you are studying in university. So don't apply those things to other people's life because each and every of us are coming in a different background and different, education background and qualification and family background. But when it comes to workplace, we all are same. So you have to treat everyone in the same way, right? As I told you, so we have you have to be competitor of you, not the other. And if we talk about how we can proceed our kindness to other, I'll give you a classic example. You know, uh, every year in my organization, at least I'm getting one or two interns under me, right? People are coming from this internship, come for this internship programs actually. Most of them are coming with the fresh mind, right? And certain universities and certain programs, I'm not telling that is bad, but I have seen a lot of people have, given them what we call overconfidence with the works that they have learned, or maybe the area that they have studied, right? In this overconfidence, actually, sometimes lead them towards to a very arrogant or sometimes very unmanageable kind of a situation when you compare with their superiors. And the gap is actually generation C. There are a couple of generations. We are working with most of these youngsters are generation C people. Generation C peoples are their thinking pattern is different, right? So you have to understand how you should provide the kindness for them. Not like our times, they are actually a little bit concerned, not concerned about their job security, their ethics, and their values. They don't know because they are internet people. They think that whatever the things are, sharing, posting, and associating in the internet, they think those are the values, those are the, kind of, culture that they have to adapt. Likewise, they think in that way. So I think we have to uh, look at this in a different way. You have to apply empathy here because I'm 46 years now, old now, and sometimes these youngsters who are coming to work under my department, not directly with me, but with my subordinates, they are sometimes maybe about 20, 22 years old kind of people. You can see the how what's the age gap between our myself and them. But I sometimes try to think in their ways when we were young, when we were at that time, we had couple of dreams. We just wanted to have a very good vehicle. We just wanted to have a very good salary job. and we could have a very good, beautiful wife and the family life likewise. But whoever who comes to work in nowadays, they have a different dream because they don't have such kind of dream that we had. They need freedom, right? They don't need to be stick into a one job. They don't need to work in 8 to 5 hours, right? They're happy to work whatever the time that they are convenience. I think I can see a lot of clashes are happening in this area, right? So, but my advice is for you, you have to look at in their eyes. You have to get into their shoes and see how they are thinking around the world. For this, actually, you need to have a lot of patience, a lot of empathies, a lot of bearing power with you as a organization head to deal with these people because we have to deal with them. That is our labor force in the future. Sometimes we have to adapt according to their convenience, their management style, rather what we have learned during past couple of or maybe couple of decades, right? And the other thing, when you look at the society, also there are a lot of criticism. Even nowadays, also you can see, certain because the social media has made us crazy. Number of amount of information that we are getting into our fingertips can't manageable, right? Those different informations also are in a different type of information, right? Some are very good because social media always work with the algorithm. Sometimes it's actually caters to the demand of the viewers. Say for an example, some of the contents are not up to the standard of the society, but most of the people would like to look at those things rather just looking at educational video, or maybe something that helpful for your life. Most of the people would like to learn, hear the gossips and share those things and get traction. That's the algorithm in social media also supported that because they cater to the demand, right? But all these things are spreading viral in the society, and sometimes without knowing actual situation, people tend to act, right? Sometimes media. So because I have studied in media as well as a marketing communication subject of marketing communication, media can create certain situation where the situation is completely different, but media can make it the way they wanted, right? But as a civilized society, rather than acting and criticizing people by looking at those videos, if you really want, you can dig and see what's the exact things that has happened, right? Rather acting and criticizing people by looking at the content, right? That's another area that you have to, spread the kindness to the people, because all these victims are not always the victims, right? All these, people who has posted as a uh, what we call people, the bad people are not the bad people because I'm Buddhist. So according to our religious, Lord Buddha has uh, preached us. Even you see in your eyes, but don't believe. Even you see heard from your ears, don't believe. Even you sense from your kind of like senses, don't believe. You have a brain because hold on a second. Because humans are the brainiest people in the world, right? So that's why we have born as humans. So we have brain power than other people. That's why all these religious people has become a entitlement by there's a neuron game. Basically, if you can focus on something better, you can become a extraordinary person, right? That's the Buddhism. So I'm talking about Buddhism in that way, right? So that's how we learn those things, right? In that way, meditation and all these kind of thing, if you can focus on certain things, you can develop your brain. In that way, you have to look at, you have to think, even though you have seen in your own eyes, you have to little bit cautious about what has happened, right? You have to understand from the root cause. With that also, we are actually, providing empathies and as a developed society, right? So, and and again, another area actually, as a marketer, I can bring that up certain TV commercials and advertisement uh, that are talking the town these days. So most of them are like, most of the people are now doing things under the commercially purpose, right? Profit oriented. But if you look at nowadays world thinking about people's planet and profit, not only the profit, right? We call it as triple bottom line approach. And in the other way, people are talking in the same way in corporate world, ESG, environment, social, and governance, right? So if you look at environment area, so we have to give this empathy to environment as well, right? Because if you pollute the environment, if you consume whatever the things available to consume for your future generation, then you know what has happened to the world. Now sea level is rising, and some of the glaciers are melting because of the human activities. Greenhouse gas emission going up, and world heat is going to be increased another 2 or 3 Celsius within 10 years time. So we will be facing a lot of difficulties. So then we have to give our empathy, give our kindness to the uh, what we call environment as well. Then social, ESG, social part. So whatever the things that we are, whatever the business that we carried out, we have to think about society as well. You have to pay the salaries, proper salaries to your employee. You have to avoid child labors, right? We have to think about harassment, bullying, all these kind of things happening in the organizational level. That is also kindness because everyone is having respect. Everyone is having their own, kind of status to be maintained. Even it's a kind of a, minor employer or a C-suite employer. Everyone is having the same equal rights, no, to be respected. So we have to look at it that as well in a social aspect. Then last one is governance. So good governance, in a sense, because you are working in this country, you are doing business in this country. Then whatever the possible taxes and the VATs and all these things has to be paid to the government, because otherwise, so if you don't have good governance, so if you are not reporting your whatever the profit to the government, and if you are doing unethical businesses, that also will backfire to you in the one fine day. So that is also a kindness, right, in my way, because your society, underprivileged people sometimes get their portion of food because of the whatever the taxes and all these things. Say for an example, if you are riding a vehicle because you have been given a good vehicle from the company, right? If you are not paying, and also your income tax, you have to pay to the government. If you are not paying your income tax, those who are traveling by bus, those who are not privileged enough like you, will be facing a trouble, because especially government has to give certain water, electricity, transportation, kind and hospitality, health, basically. All these things has to be provided in a certain extent by the government with whatever the taxes that you paying to the government. So therefore, so as a human, not only the organization, we have to always look at this ESG part, environment, social, and governance, and also triple bottom line approach. We call it as people's, planet, and a profit in a different way. Same thing we are talking about, but in two different terminologies, right? So I think my final message is, as a human, we have born as a human. Humans' brain is different than all the animals, right? We are the brainiest animal in the world. That's why they have given us, this environment, or maybe a nature has given us a different way of thinking. That's why people develop this world. Even we say AI will take the control of world in the future. I don't believe, because AI can't give empathy and human feelings. I don't think that AI can develop up to that extent. I don't believe they can replace human with certain elements, right? But in terms of creativity, feelings, love, belongingness, and kindness, I don't think that AI can provide that human feeling and human touch to anyone else in this world. Having said that, I would basically, wrap up my speech. And thank you very much, Mr. Tanush, for giving me an opportunity to, spread my little words. And thank you very much for your time. And have a wonderful day. And wish you all the best. My final request is, you have to look at entire world in kindness and nurture them, your future generation, with the kindness and peaceful mind with them. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And here I wanted to highlight one thing, and I need your comment as well in a very short form. Because in the when we just looking in the school levels or in the university levels, before we are coming to a work environment, there are sometimes, for example, in prize givings or some sort of competition which are happening in the schools. We know we maybe not performing well over there, but the time goes on, and when you are in the university level or after the university and before the work environment or during the work starting environment, you might get some sort of talents in order to make that competition far better than no, not only the school but also in the social environment. You can able to perform and prove your talents over there. So there's no such a person called like it's a good person and he's a good performing person and he's not good performing person. But it's also actually it depends on the time and the support that we are getting in the environment, as well as the people who we are in communication with. So I think that also will help for the organization point of view. As you said, we need to think on their shoes, how we can able to put their productivity in the organization level to make it happens in a good way. So I think you can share that in your
Yeah,
experience as well within a very short descriptive way.
yes, yes, exactly. So I think what you have explained is really applicable for me as well. Because when I'm doing my O levels and A levels, I'm not a bright person, right? So I'm not a sportman. I was not a kind of a bright person who got like first place, second place. I always was in the middle. I was not highlighted in the school. But as you correctly mentioned, when I come to the corporate world, only I realize what I have to be excel at, right? So, as you correctly mentioned, people whom I have met, and I actually followed them. Those were my mentors, right? I had a couple of mentors in a different this thing. Even a dress code, I had a mentors. Even the way of communicating, I had a mentors. Even as a business tycoon, I had a mentors, right? Even by looking at the successful people, I actually, uh, if I say, uh, I have a tacit knowledge than structured knowledge. I think Nuan Gamage is here today because of the tacit knowledge that I got from the society and the people whom that I work with, right? So I think that's a very good thing, because when I'm doing certain lectures for the school kids, I'm always telling them, if you are not performing really well in this stage in life, don't worry. but focus on certain areas to be improved, right? In that way, some people are grooming in the middle age, right? You know, KFC owner has started this business at his 60s, right? So he has tried many ways, but he was successful at very late stage. But it doesn't matter. The age doesn't matter. Age is actually just a number for you. But if you think that you just want to learn something at 50s, please uh, don't wait. And if you can still learn at 50 something, you can learn and complete that. And especially those who are in school level, what you have to do is actually not like our times. Now you have a lot of opportunities. Even I have seen a lot of AI software even for English education that I have seen lacking part in Sri Lanka is English education. So I have a small institute called South Wind Impact Institute, my own institute. I'm not teaching anything, but I'm teaching English in a different way, right? I have, set of lecturers with me, very good English masters. So with that, I'm trying to take this language, the studies for the kids, because when you have language, language basically gives you wings. That's what I believe. Even if you have English language excel, that will give you wings. You can break a deal. You can learn a lot of things than your native language like Sinhala and Tamil. So your path is going to be very much open. I think I have answered your question,
Yeah,
Tanush.
correctly. It's a vast sort of scenario rather than I expected so much. And thank you
Thank
for
you.
your time. And we have waited so long to make this recording and to onboard you. Maybe it's a good things and good signs, maybe to make it happen in a productive way. Because there are so much of protest, not the protest actually. The here barriers are coming up. So we, with your kind and your support, we are just trying to onboard each and every as much as possible the C-suite people, that means the CFO, CEO, and all those chairman people to our conference, in order to share their experiences, because you can also get some sort of minimum, some sort of level of ideas to make it happen and make it useful. So in order to participate in this conference, only you need to think, make it, if you can able to give us support by just clicking the like and the subscribe in our YouTube page, that means ficons.com and Trainer TV, we could able to make it more in the sense, no, actually in the not in the normal thing, but also in the artificial sort of that mean, how to say, how to put it in words, means in the some sort of imagination point of view or something, in the Facebook or something social platforms. If you could able to grab some sort of level of K of subscribers or the followers or likers or something, we could able to break some sort of big up maybe some sort of set of people in order to onboard them as well, in order to showcase these people also having their strength. Why don't you come inside and give us the support on that? Because there's
Correct.
no such because the only the, as you said, the age is the only the number, as well as like and the subscribe is only the number, because the content wise
Correct.
and what we are trying to say, or what we are trying to express, our speakers are trying to express with our vision of this service, that's the most important part rather than anything else. So it's a main and the ultimate scenario on this. And there's no such money, you need no need to pay on this, only it's all free. And hoping so the sooner we'll be doing the IT and non-IT conferences in physically. So we would like to onboard our respected speakers, and our to this month's speaker, our respected Nuan Gamage, also will be onboarding very soon. And he is also backing and supporting us. We are pretty much sure on that. And he's like he already ensured the and make sure his interest on supporting us as well for this service only. That means the whatever the initiative or whatever the volume of things. Actually, the volume in the sense not putting in the heads, but in the volume of and the good things what we are trying to do. He will also behind our screens to make it happen in a fruitful and perfect way as much as possible, because every human need to be shaped in a way to make it perfect. So we need to try up and we need to put in this present way, so it will be getting perfect and all, and it will be good to the things. And we are trying to put as a medical therapy as well very soon as so um, um, so he'll be on boarding. There's no how can I put it? There's no doubt. I don't. We don't have on that, and hopefully we'll be with your kindness and support. We'll be onboarding the each and every fields of CSOR people to our conferences, so you can able to give your support as well as your kindness, and we can able to get the people's ideas or the service level and their how experiences to you, so you can able to share and get some minimum some sort of level of ideas to make it practical, so it will be happening. So actually we thank to our respected speaker, Mr. Nuwan Gamage, for spending his good time with us. And even though we just waited for so long, but it's good. Maybe I think it's a good scenario on that, and we'll make it happen on the productive. With this kind note, we would like to conclude our this month's conference with a kind. And thank you. And நன்றி வணக்கம். விடைபெறுகிறோம். விரைவில் சந்திப்போம் நல்லபடியாக.
நன்றி, நன்றி and வணக்கம்.